like Abdi, how's it going? And welcome to another Roboteer review. Over the past few months it's been quite interesting, to say the least. A couple of things have happened, I've become more involved, and it's just been really good this year. So this is just a recap of what I've been doing and also some stuff behind the scenes which you haven't seen on this channel. So please enjoy.
At the start of the year, I took part in Scar 2 with Petrify and my new angled bar spinner version of Virion. I didn't make it to the top 16, but managed to gain a few laughs and even perform some acrobatics out of the arena. Robot Carnage Series 2 was uploaded after many months of fights and editing, but after 9 months a new champion emerged and sparked enough interest for me to consider making a third series. In May I entered Scar 4 with 2 new machines as well as the channel mascot. Undercutter Katrina and Axebot Protosynthesis joined the team as experiments. The former was hard to control and the latter failed to self-right in the heat of the moment. Petrify made it to the top 8 before being annihilated by a drum spinner and earning me the trophy for being the most destroyed. I put together a Pinball Warrior tournament using the toys from the Classic Wars toy line in my Antway arena. The initial idea was to make a full tournament with different robots, but I didn't think it would take off after the first run, so I may use the footage in a spin-off show in the future. It was time for another replica, and I chose to make one of my favourites, Arnold A. Terminator. His dual weaponry was interesting to work on and I'm very happy with the result. I admit it's a little tricky to use the weapons effectively, but that will come with practice. With my experience of building Antweights, I wanted to make a Beetleweight, and one I could actually compete with. With help from other Roboteers, I built this 2-wheeled bucket scoop lifter from HDPE and polycarbonate. I wanted to build an Antway arena for events here in Scotland, so I finally got round to building a fully enclosed arena. After a few weeks of work, it was finally complete and I'll be planning to get events going in the new year. Edinburgh would host its annual Ferry Fair, and this time we'd have a showcase of robots old and new, Antweights fighting, Beetle and Featherweight demo battles, and a static display of heavyweights including Corkscrew, Scar and Robot War Series champion Typhoon 2. During the Ferry Fair, I entered Ultros into the Beetleweight demo fights, and by a crowd decision, I won my first Beetle battle, and in doing so against the fox like Ray, I won a trophy in the form of a plush. Due to health reasons, I was unable to attend RoboNerd, so I began filming a Christmas special at home. This would also introduce some of the robots which would be taking part in Robot Carnage Series 3. Petrify would go under a redesign. With lessons learned and weighing up all the pros and cons, I created a 4-wheel drive grabber with the ability to self-right from any position. The new version looks good and is ready for its next challenge. With my Robot Carnage arena fixed from some minor issues, I began plans for filming Series 3. With some Roboteers giving me copies of their own robots, the lineup was complete and filming would take place whenever I can find the time. A massive thank you to all those who contributed Antweights to the show. In November, I went to help out at Battle at the Borough 3. I was planning to bring Ultros with me to maybe do a whiteboard battle, but didn't due to technical difficulties. Not only did I see some of the coolest looking Beetleweights, but I got to see some amazing fights and huge surprises. I would come away with better knowledge of building a Beetle, and designs are currently in the works.
So that's it for another year. And as I says, I'll be getting this arena out and let's get a couple of tournaments going in it. It's only took me about a couple of years to actually do something about it, but it's here, it's ready to go, and I'd be happy to say that plans are already in the works to try and get some events up here already. I hope you've enjoyed this video, thanks very much for checking it out. If you want to see some stuff that I've done, including the projects that I've been working on throughout this year and previous, I'll just leave a link up there. And if you want to subscribe to see what I've got coming next, including make a Beetle that actually works and doesn't blow up on me, and plans to properly make a fresh Featherweight, I'll leave a link just there for you. So that's it for this one, thanks very much, have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, I'll see you next time, bye.